Hello Aries, thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Yep. Okay, good. Relationship first, single second. Dum, 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 dum. Oracle cards come out where needed. I'm already getting like this whole show and a movie, show and a dance going on here. Like, what's that about? Got a show and a dance going on here? Not bad. Alright, so I like the whole it's a good way to start a reading, right? Not bad. Yeah, okay. What's going on with this? Like, I want to put out a lot of these cards. Why? Why? Okay, are we good? Alright, there's a lot. Well, no, there's only like 6 of them. It's not that big a deal. I'll just get right over it. Alright, so your partner doesn't want to let something go. But it's not like an issue. It's more like a situation. Now, it makes me feel like there's plans coming forward. I know I haven't picked up cards yet, but I got to be careful here because I don't want it to be over-influenced by certain aspect. Well, here, this is what I'm looking at. I don't want to be over-influenced here. This is their challenge card, the High Priest, which is telling me this can be a very rigid card. But it's also, what I'm seeing on here is like being very like nervous that if we don't hold things exactly to the line, it's gonna be a problem. Like, it's almost like either we do things the way we plan to do them, exactly the way we plan to do them, or it's just gonna all go to crap. That's the rigidness. This is the challenge card for them, and I feel like that's a fear that you need to be aware of. Like, they may literally be looking at the situation as we do it as planned, exactly as planned, as timed, and the whole deal, or it's just going to go to crap. And they might feel it. They may have a very rigid look at it, very rigid view of it that way. There is the fear card here. Okay. They're planning, like when I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles, no, it's the Ace of Wands they have. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming up, quite frankly, which ironically I'm not sure you're going to be overly excited about when it happens. But it's a good card. They're looking at, they got fear next to the Ace of Wands. This is where they're standing. Like, things changing, going off course in the sense of, like, not going in this correct timing, not going exactly as planned. I almost feel like this is saying, like, next Tuesday we're going to go to Massachusetts, we're going to go to this store at 12 o'clock, we're going to go have, you know, lunch or dinner at 5 o'clock at this place, then there's a show we're going to see at 7, we're going to be at the hotel at 11:30, and then the next day we're going to leave, or we're going to get up at 6:30 to leave by 8:30. Like, it's like planned right out like that. But they're looking at it like, oh, I know my partner, you know, we might end up getting there a little bit early or a little bit late, and then if we do, it's going to shorten time with this or with that. They're going to want to probably, you know, sometimes they like to get to the restaurant early or whatever, and if that doesn't go off right, that could be a problem, or maybe that restaurant could be overbooked, and what if we're late getting in? There's fear with the Ace of Wands, but I'm not seeing it's all channeled. It's not all channeled towards you. It's almost looking at the situation itself, kind of like that whole thing I just explained. Like, what if the restaurant's overbooked? What if the show doesn't start on time? What if, you know, this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen in the right time that I want it to? How's that going to affect these other things? I feel like the schedule is packed quite tight. It's very meticulous is what I'm getting. Now, okay, so they're really like, I feel like, I was going to use the wrong word for that. They're really holding strong. Like, they're almost excited about how this has to work out. And it's very rigid. I feel like it's rigid. Okay. They're planning. They're planning, and they're waiting. They got the Four of Pentacles with the Patience. Like, these cards are reinforcing one another. It's coming up. It's coming in at a certain time. This is how it's going to work. they're planning and waiting, and they're very staunch about this is how this has to work. This is how this has to go. This is how I want this to go. Although it's creating some stress a little bit. But who's it's creating for? More them or more you? Because I feel like you're seeing this, and you might be this might be actually happening for you with this reading, or it's going to happen in the next few days, possibly weeks, where you realize how rigid, how locked into exactly this has to go at this time, this way, at this place, this has to happen. Like, it's very rigid is what I'm getting. And I'm getting the Tower card for you, kind of like you're looking at this, like you're starting to really realize the Tower might slowly fall for you, kind of like this is sucking the life out of it for you. This is not fun. You don't like things to be that rigid is what I'm getting. I just feel like this is more of like, this is a situation, at least the situation, you'd like it to have a little bit more give, a little bit more work with room here, a little bit more fluidity, and it's not there. And you're like, the more you see it, the more rigid you're seeing your partner is. That's the Tower card for you, realizing how rigid they're being about this, and that you really kind of, it's almost like you signed up for this and now you're kind of locked in to do it. It's kind of like you're on the roller coaster already, you already got your seatbelt on, and you're going up the ramp, and you're just like, oh yeah, I just signed up for this. And I could probably get out if I really try, but this that could be a big problem. That could be quite the issue. Let's keep going forward, because your challenge card, ironically, is Justice. So I feel like this is one of those things where you feel like you're stuck. Like, this is how we agreed to do it. I didn't realize it was going to be this stringent, this rigid, but I did agree to this. And it's almost feeling like you can't really buck against it because you agreed to it. It's almost kind of like you said, let's do this, let's do that. They put together the plan, and it's like after the fact, you're seeing how rigid it is, but you're kind of like, well, I kicked the ball into play. I wanted this to happen. I asked for them to put it together, and now that they have, like, you feel like you have to go along with this. That's kind of how this feels. Is that right or am I wrong? No, that's how that feels. Because I'm just like, Aries just kind of, like, no, Aries does have a very strong respect. Like, when they say something and they're like, we're going to do it this way, and it happens, and they like give somebody else the power, like, all right, you put it together, and they do, Aries will hold to that. Like, they will hold to their word. Like, if they feel like they agreed to these terms, they will hold to them. Like, Aries has a very strong respect like that, in my opinion. That's what I've experienced anyway. If they've agreed to it, they're like, well, I agreed to it. I'm going to do it. That's how they are. That's how I feel with Aries. Like, I agreed to it, so I'm going to do it. And that's how it is. Because I feel like that's why. I feel like that's why this keeps going forward. Because I keep questioning, like, why is Aries going along with this? Because I feel like you agreed to it. And you're like, no, I said I was going to do it. And if I say I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it. Very strong respect level there. That's what I'm getting anyway. You got the Eight of Cups. Like, you don't want to go along with this the way it is, but you're kind of like, it'll pass. That's what I'm getting with the Eight of Cups. Like, it'll pass. It's going to be fine. Whatever the situation turns out to be, even if I don't like it as much as I was hoping I was gonna, I did agree to it. It'll pass. I'll just get through it. It'll be fine. That's how it feels here. As you keep going forward, I would like to believe that this is going to get better for you. I'm not completely sure. The end result feels good, but like you keep going through it, I think the situation, like you literally hold right to it. You got the Five of Swords with the protection. You are holding it together. You're very protective of the situation. It's almost like, I agreed to this. I'm doing it. You got protection. You're protecting the situation. It's not like, it's either you're not going to like it because of the way it plays out, or you're not going to like it if you buck against it because it's going to cause different problems. And it's kind of like long run, if I just go with this, it's better. So, I mean, one way or another, I'm not going to like some aspect. I might as well have the long-term benefit. I do see, as it keeps going forward, you are holding to it. You got that Ace of Pentacles, but you got the Void with it as well. It's playing off as you expected. It does have its benefits. It is going well. It's going well, but you're just kind of like, it's so rigid. That's where the Void is hitting. It's kind of like, it's so defined. It just makes you feel really kind of constricted, and you don't like it. You don't like it, but you're like, yeah, I kind of created this monster. That's kind of how it feels. I created this monster. I'm going to write it out. And it is coming forward the way it needs to. Your partner, very strong right now in the future when these plans actually take effect. I'm getting the King of Wands where they're pushing it forward. They're making it happen. They've got the Sun card spiritually. Like, it is exactly going off the way they want it to. You're making that happen, though. You're making sure it does. You're like, I said I was going to do it this way, and we're going to do it this way. They're not seeing any type of pushback from you. They're not even seeing any, like, discontent from you. You're all in. You're like, yeah, I said I'd do it. We're good. They're very happy. Now, it's after this has passed, I'm getting the Eight of Pentacles for them with the discernment. Like, they really got to look back and really think about how rigid this was. There seems to be like a moment after the fact where the two of you are coming together, where they seem to be the ones, your partner seems to be the ones reviewing what happened and how it played off. And they seem to be quite happy with it. But you're seeing discernment with the Eight of Pentacles, like what actually came out of the situation. How good was it based on what happened versus how good could it have been? Because the discernment is telling me they have to look a little closer, because I feel like after the fact, they're realizing you're not really into repeating this situation. And they're trying to understand, like, why, if it was so good and they thought it was so good, why aren't you really interested in repeating it? That's the discernment. They're trying to figure out why. Now, on your side, you are promoting, like, it was good, it worked out well, but you're also explaining to them the parts that, you know, you would like to go a little differently. I feel like it has to be more fluid. If you're going to enjoy it, there has to be a way to put in more fluidity. There has to be more wiggle room. And I feel like you're trying to make this, like you're praising them for what they did well, and you're trying to nicely put in there what you would like to have done a little differently. You're not negating out the situation. You're not poo-pooing on it, if you will. But you're kind of saying, oh, you know, we had to do this and that and that. And it was very, very, you know, on the dot by this time. I would enjoy, like, more, like, instead of having dinner right at 5, maybe instead of even going to a restaurant like that, maybe we have it like between, you know, 4:30 and 6:30. We'll find something to eat. We'll just kind of, you know, find a place to eat. Maybe make that a little bit more random, just like that's the time frame we need to eat in. But we can make it like a little bit more loose. You know, we don't have to be so rigid. Like, we have to be here at this time. We have to be here at that time. If there's one or two things where, like, you know, the show starts at this time, so we have to be there before X amount of time, or, you know, this time, that's okay, but I don't like everything throughout the day to have that rigidness. No. 1, 2, if we have to, things throughout the day where you have to be there in a certain time, okay. But if we're going to go to something to enjoy it, I want more room to just kind of relax and just kind of go with the flow, where everything isn't like, gotta be here at this time, gotta be here at this time, gotta be here at this time, gotta be here at this time. Because I feel like you were just explaining that after the fact. And I feel like it's going well. I'm getting there will be a repeat of this situation. But, hopefully, I mean, I know it's a general read, next time it comes around, there's more fluidity to it. And it's more acceptable to you, and you enjoy it a lot more. The thing is, that's the kicker with this whole thing. It wasn't bad. None of it was really bad. It was just too rigid. And if it was just a little bit more relaxed in certain places, in certain ways, you would have had a much, much more fun with it, a lot more fun. You're not asking for the world, but there has to be a better balance here. For you, there has to be a better balance. There has to be some more fluidity here, and things will be better. You're willing to, like, do a couple things and do things, you know, a little bit more rigid here and there, once or twice a day throughout this situation, but it's got to be more fluid is what I'm getting. All right, that's Aries relationship. Let's go into Aries singles and see what we got for you guys. What do we have for single Aries? I don't think that was bad. I think that was a good one. I think that was good. I think it's just saying how the situation's playing out and how to make it better next time. I just feel like that's what the whole thing is about, because it feels like it's a good situation. I feel like if it wasn't really addressed, next time around could be less than the best. But Aries single. Let's get into the next energy. Aries single. Single Aries. The word where is popping in. Where. It's almost like you're wondering where are these possibilities? Where are these people? That's my first thought. Where are they? Where you got the Hanged Man at the top, so I'm wondering. It's kind of, to me, you're waiting. There is a waiting feel here. Because I did get a where with a question mark after it that kind of fits. Because you got the Hanged Man, you got the Six of Swords, you got the Hermit in the environment, you got the Ten of Wands at the bottom here. Yeah, kind of like where? Where are these good ones that I'm supposed to be finding? Where are they? They don't seem to really want to shuffle that much. I only want to do the one. Okay. They're telling me it's around you. Someone is taking their time, though. This is why. This is the whole thing. There is a person around you, but they're not. I don't know if I want to say they're not ready, but they're not willing to come forward yet. They got the Hermit going on here. I feel like for the majority of them that this connects with, they're just enjoying the time they have to themselves. They're just not looking to start a relationship just yet. Could they do it? I feel they could. Do they want to? For some reason, not yet. So they're just kind of holding it off. I don't feel like there's any emotional reason they can't, but they just don't seem to want to. And there's this person around you, and I get, again, the where with the question mark. Like, you're like, who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. They're off to the side. They're just not coming towards you. They're not showing you that passion at all because they're not wanting to start anything. But somebody definitely does see potential in you. They're just kind of like waiting it out for whatever reason. You have abundance with the Hanged Man. You're ready. You're like, I am ready. Let's get going. Let's go. You got the Hanged Man with the abundance, though, which is telling me nothing's moving forward. But you're ready. You're so ready. You're like, I am ready. I'm ready right now. I got my ducks together. We're all good. Let's move forward. I'm ready to do something here. Now, the person who's going to end up coming towards you at some point, which is questionable when, this is somebody you've actually already moved on from. Because even though they're just considering, they're just not ready, I feel like you've been in their presence. You've encountered them in some way, but they didn't show you any type of interest. So you're like, well, if you're not interested, well, okay, bye, and you moved on. Like you didn't hold on to it. Like, oh, you're not interested? All right, well, whatever, moving on, and you moved on. You didn't hold to it. This person is coming back. I don't know how else to explain it because I don't think I'm getting the where with the question mark. You're like, who, where, what? I don't see this person. They don't want you to see them. They're just they didn't show you any interest. You moved right on from them. They're actually showing me the Ace of Swords in the past. Like you've actually had really good conversations, at least one, with this person before. I've recently had this happen. I have my moon is Aries, which is interesting, but there's a person I was getting along with. I was like, well, there could be possibility, but they kind of fell off the radar, and I completely forgot about them. Then they showed up again, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is a good option. Okay. I'm wondering if that similar thing is like, because there's been good conversations in the past, but then they just kind of fade off and you forget about them. You move right on because it's just like you don't think there's enough there that's really pulling them towards you, so you just let it go. This person is around you. I don't know how else to say it. Now, you've got the Ten of Cups with the you got the Ten of Cups with the Page of Swords. You're ready. You're looking. I feel like you're actively looking. And you're in a very positive mood. Very positive energy with the Star card. See, this isn't your thoughts. And sometimes, I'll even go there with this. Sometimes it is a wish card. Somebody's coming towards you, and it's what you want. It really is. But you're just kind of like, well, where? Why, what? Where? I don't see him. I don't see him, her, they, whatever. I don't see him. It's coming. It is coming. They're telling me the Ten of Cups with the Page of Swords. You're looking. You're in a positive mindset, but the question is where. Again, you got the Ten of Wands here. Like, I don't see it. They're not. I don't see it. Where are they? But let's go forward to the next card because I feel that frustrating. I feel like that is frustrating. King of Swords pops in the future. This person will talk to you again. things are just kind of a little bit, there's like this push, or like this boundary, like this, I don't know, like they're protecting themselves a little bit is kind of what it feels like. But they're starting talks with you in the future again. And I feel like they're making these tentative plans, like we should see each other sometime, we should go here sometime, we should go there sometime. When things work out and we both have time to do things, we should do this, just do that. I'll keep that in mind. I'll try to find time to make it happen. I'll let you know, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like, I'm getting the King of Swords, like this person is coming towards you. The Hermit person, whoever this person is, they're coming towards you. And they're creating conversations. They're showing some interest, but it's just kind of like, I feel like this is one of those things like, sometime we should. And you're like, all right, how about next Tuesday? Oh, I don't know just yet. And they're saying, yeah, but we should, we should see each other. We should hang out. Okay, great. Maybe after that, you have any time open? I don't know. I have to think about it over a while. I'll have to see. I'll let you know. I definitely want to. I don't know just yet. And you're just kind of looking at this kind of side eye, like, do you want to do this or do you not want to do this? It's one of those weird moments where they have the King of Swords. They have control. And I feel like this is somebody who just keeps kind of dancing around you for a little while. They have to make the decision that they're ready to start seeing somebody. That's the whole kicker. When is that going to happen? That's a question mark. Because this is coming in the future. They're going to start conversations with you again. You're going to be looking at this person kind of side-eye, like, do you want to see each other or do you not? It's almost like you're like, let's just go out to dinner just so we can experience each other, see if there's anything there. But you're having a hard time, like, pinning them down to actually having dinner or something like that. And you're like, why am I spending time on this? You got the Seven of Pentacles. It's a slow mover forward. Slow. I feel like there's slow energy going here. Ironically, I don't feel anybody else really pulling you in. And this is slowly going to come forward. At some point, you should end up seeing each other. I feel like after you spend time together once or twice, possibly just once, maybe twice, I feel like something's going to start developing from that. But it's going to be a slow mover. This person is a slow mover. For whatever reason, they're not moving fast. I feel like a lot of them are happy the way their life is, and they're just kind of like, I don't know if I want to change up my life too much, so they're moving slow. But it's going to start taking some movement forward. It's just not the quickest thing forward. And I'm getting like it's weird for you. Like, I feel like when you're getting into this, you're kind of feeling odd about it. And you're liking this person is good to you, but there's just kind of like, it's such a slow movement forward. You keep questioning, like, is there really anything here? Is this really working? Because it's like, you have all your seedlings out there, for example, and you're just like, they're going to be pumpkins one day, but now they're just these little sprouts. Like, is it going to make it through the season? Like, are we going to actually make it to a place where there's going to be fruit from this situation? It's slow moving. It is really slow moving. And I feel like when you're going into this, when it finally starts happening, for a while you're going to be questioning, like, if this is really something you want to do. I just feel like over time you're just going to end up in it. And you're just going to keep going. And that's the message for this one. Alright, I'm going to shut that down here. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.